So I'm sure most of you have heard by now that PC gaming graphics cards have been increasing drastically in price. Uh, a graphics card that cost $100, 2 months ago or a few months ago, now costs $200. So basically, the price of most graphics cards has basically doubled, has increased by 100%. Um, so this pretty much means that PC gaming's rapid growth is going to uh, take a halt, at least for now. It's not going to keep going up and up and up and up. I think soon, probably now, I mean, the process is already beginning. It's going to stagnate to the point where PC gaming's growth is not going to signify the death of PC gaming's the future of gaming, and the death of consoles is imminent. I just hate when people say that. People who think that are just so dumb. Anyway, it's really hard to tell on whether or not the PC gaming base is going to it's really hard to tell what's going to happen, really, because the next generation of consoles are going to come out within the next 2 years. So depending on their price point, depending on how much they cost and what their specs are, how comparable that is to buying a PC, and if the prices are still expensive, I don't know. But this is definitely a very interesting turning point for the growth of PC gaming and the future of console gaming. And how much that future will change will really be affected by two factors. One being, how long is the price gouging or the huge price increase of graphics cards on the PC? Now, no matter what the cause is, some say it's cryptocurrency, some say it's other factors. PC gamers said it's not just cryptocurrency that's causing it, because the whole Bitcoin skyrocketing and then plummeting, and just the whole cryptocurrency system just being a total mess as of late. Oh, by the way, I know a lot of my viewers are Bullet Barry fans, and Bullet Barry talks a lot about how investing in cryptocurrency is a great idea. I will tell you that cryptocurrency, if you're wondering why Bitcoin prices were so high, it has nothing to do with actual with the actual value of Bitcoin. It has to do with the crazy speculation about its price. So everyone's gambling on Bitcoin. That's why the price was so high. In other words, people are expecting higher returns, and those expectations are why the price of Bitcoin was so high, if you know what I'm trying to say. So everyone's speculating on Bitcoin having a higher return, and then getting a better return on their investment. So what happens is that the price is more expensive because more people are trying to buy into it. That's pretty much the gist of it. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin actually being like an actual valuable currency, because it's a non-existent. It's cryptocurrency. It's digital currency. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin is a bad investment or a good investment. Me being you really shouldn't listen to gaming YouTubers for investment advice. That's first off. And second off, just don't listen to what everyone says about cryptocurrency being the future of all currency or whatever. And just be skeptical and keep an open mind. Really don't have too high expectations is what I'm trying to say. And that's just a life lesson, honestly. It's not just about cryptocurrency. But some point cryptocurrency as having a negative effect on PC gaming right now in terms of the price of graphics cards. But I know PC Gamer came out with an article a couple of days ago saying that, price gouging isn't the only factor causing graphics cards, NVIDIA graphics cards specifically, which really are the only relevant player besides AMD. But a lot of PC games, and I know people who had AMD cards and have had very bad experience with running games that are really optimized for NVIDIA graphics cards. So, that happened a lot with The Witcher 3. That's a great example. If you had an AMD card, you're going to have a lot of problems running The Witcher 3. I don't know if that's still the case, but when it came out for a long time, that's really what the case was. So, anyway, no matter what the cause of it, some people say that the price has just been increasing for multiple reasons that, I can spend a half hour to an hour. I can make a whole podcast speculating with with Bullet Barry or someone like that who, is familiar somewhat with cryptocurrency and is familiar with the PC gaming market, and just spend an hour speculating about why graphics card is so expensive and what cryptocurrency, what role cryptocurrency has to play with that. But this, I'm just going to be talking about what these implications are for the future growth of PC gaming. Quick answer, not great. I don't think PC gaming is going to decline rapidly. I just think that the growth is going to stagnate a lot. So I don't think that PC gaming is in trouble per se. PC gaming is in great shape, is in very healthy shape. Anyone who thinks that this means that PC gaming is going to go way downhill, like, trying to compare it to the price increase of PC gaming in like the 90s or whatever, you can't compare those two things because they were two completely different situations. And graphics card, increasing that's going to be a factor with people determining whether to go to PC or console, because a lot of PC gaming YouTubers that I've familiarized myself with, they keep saying, oh, PC gaming is much cheaper than you think. It's still upfront more expensive than consoles, but you still get a bigger bang for your buck. And they really, if they're going to keep pitching that, they really need to emphasize that point, that you get a bigger bang for your buck, that it's still a better value than console gaming. If they want to persuade, they really need to emphasize that point of the argument instead of emphasizing the point on price, because people are going to look at price and be like, well, console is cheaper, so I'm just going to go with console. So I think people like Fringy and Top Hats and even Bullet Barry or Rags, those people need to emphasize the point of quality being, so much better in comparison to consoles, that the higher price point makes up for whatever. So, that's what I think that they should do. Although, I think arguing over PC versus console is a fruitless endeavor because people are going to play what they want, and some YouTubers are going to convince them what to purchase if they've already made their decision. Just putting that out there. But anyway, just to wrap up my thoughts here, I don't know what the future of console gaming holds. I know that consoles are not going anywhere. So we're going to have a PS5, we're going to have a 9th generation, and we're probably going to also have a 10th generation. Really, people saying that consoles are on their way out and they're dying sound very foolish, especially considering that Nintendo Switch has been selling like crazy. Come on already. The Nintendo Switch is selling faster than heroin in a suburban town. So to say that console gaming is on its way out or that it's dying is just ridiculous. But what it means for the future growth of console gaming, because definitely PC gaming has been a factor in console gaming's growth declining, at least compared to the PS2 era. And even the PS3 era, console gaming has definitely declined, and their influence on the industry has definitely declined as well. At least compared to the 7th generation, their influence was, console was pretty much the only relevant player in town for quite a while until I would say the late 2000s. I think that's really when PC gaming really, really, really started to take off. But if PC gaming is becoming more expensive, because that's why PC gaming started to grow rapidly again, because PC gaming was becoming cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper and cheaper over the years. But if it's now getting more expensive, that's definitely going to hinder PC gaming's growth for the future. So that's something to keep in mind to all the PC gaming YouTubers that are hoping for consoles to die. Keep in mind that console is still, you talk about certain things and certain factors when it comes to how PC gaming can save you more money over time. But up front, consoles are still cheaper, okay? You cannot get a $200 PC that can properly run most of the games that you see, on the PS4. No. I'm sorry. But once 2019 and 2020 comes along and we're, talking about PC versus console again, once the new generation comes along, because that argument's definitely going to change a lot. You're debating PC versus console in the 2000s, much different than debating PC versus console last generation, and this generation's also very different debate, and I'm very confident that debate is going to change a lot once the next generation comes along. It's not going to be the same, the same talking points that Fringy and Bullet Barry and JTAC and all these other, PC console-oriented YouTubers, that argue over game boxes. They're going to bring up different... Well, no, JTAC's not going to bring up different points because he's a Sony fanboy all the way. But what I'm trying to say is that people who are rational-minded, like who actually like to rationally debate things, like Fringy and Barry and Rags and, those people, they are probably going to have to change things up a little bit very soon because the discussion is going to shift. That's pretty much the point of this whole discussion for the past 11 minutes. It's basically to inform you guys that, yeah, things are going to change, and they're going to change pretty fast. So be prepared. That's all.